Okay, my name is Denki Kaminari. I was told by Shinsou Hitachi that I need to record my feelings. I need to vent to get past this depression stage that I'm in right now. That I need to tell someone, even if it is just a video camera, that I'm negatively being impacted by my friends. And my friends are Bakugo Katsuki, Siro, Kirishima, Mina. Like, I love them, don't get me wrong, but they are the reason why I feel like I've been falling into this depression hole. That the only person I can tell my negative thoughts to are Shinsou. That he's the only one who would understand where I'm coming from with these feelings. And they don't happen very often. They aren't a constant thing, but I feel like someone needs to know that my friends are negatively impacting me, and that with everything that my class 1A, needs to go through at UA, the stuff that we have to go through a constant basis, that we have to deal with the villains somehow finding us all the time and somehow just always figuring out where we are, even when we don't tell anyone. It's just with all of that happening right now, and with all of us just constantly being in this negative hole, I don't need it from my friends too. I don't need them to be a constant reminder to me that I keep messing up, that I am the dumb one of the group, that the reason why Bakugo calls me dunce face all the time is because of the fact that my quirk negatively affects me and makes me lose all not consciousness, but like I lose all my smarts, and I lose my ability to think for myself when my quirk impacts me. I go into this like mode where I'm like, all the time. And it makes people think that I'm stupid all the time, or specifically my friends. They make jokes at me all the time. They say that what they're saying is just a joke, that they don't actually mean what they're saying to me. But what they're saying to me is so mean, and it impacts me so much that it's hard to think that they're just joking. It's hard to take it as just a joke because it's not funny to me. I laugh uncomfortably every time that they say something like that to me. I find myself hiding in the fake me that I've constructed, that is the funny person of the group, that is the person that makes everyone laugh, but realistically is depressed on the inside, is crumbling on the inside all the time. And that's me. I feel like over the years of us at UA, of us being friends, we're in our junior year now, and I feel like the past 2 years, I've just been developing a different side of me on the inside that I don't share with anyone lately. And realistically, the only person I share it with is Shinsou, and he has been so helpful to me in the past couple of years that we've become friends. Especially the specific past year, we've become really, really close with one another. And he made me realize that I've been putting up with stuff that I shouldn't be putting up with anymore. Or at all. Like, I should have never put up with. And he made me realize that I should have said something years ago. That I should have put a stop to it the minute it started. But I didn't at the time because I didn't have him. I didn't have someone on the outside of the group to make me realize that what I'm going through all the time with them is bad, is toxic. My friends are toxic, and it's hard to admit that. And so admitting it to a camera honestly is the best way for me to realize that I've been in this constant loop with them that is bad for my mental health. And so because my mental health is just constantly falling down, is constantly going, that it's it's hard. It's hard to admit to yourself that your friends in your group aren't okay. And I know I need to tell them that what they're doing isn't okay. And if I just admit it to them, tell them how I feel, I know, or at least a part of me knows, that if they're truly my friends, they'll be okay with what I'm saying and they will understand and they'll step back. But I'm also afraid to say something, especially to Bakugo, because for people who do know him personally, like I do, I know that he may not take it right and he may get angry at me, and I don't want to deal with that. He already gets angry at me constantly as it is anyway, and it's difficult. But I know for us to develop as friends, for us to get, like, to be better, to be good and close again, is to at least tell them. And I think maybe what I need to do is just do it one by one, and then eventually as a group. But maybe I could start with, I know the one person I could trust and start with who won't make fun of me, who will understand where I'm coming from, is Kiri. Because out of all of us, he is the sweetest person. And he is genuine and kind, and is somebody that I know I can trust not to tell Bakugo, even though the two of them are extremely close right now and are, like, intertwined like this all the time. And it scares me, though, because I feel like our bromance, I guess you want to call it, is going to start to decline the minute I tell him that Bakugo is the main reason why I'm feeling like this. He is the main one who's bullying me, but he's not the only one in the group doing so. But a lot of people, like, Kiri is somebody who always defends Bakugo. But the two of us are extremely close, and I love him to pieces. He's like a brother to me, and I don't want to lose that when I start to tell him my negative feelings. And like anyone, we all are scared that we're going to lose our friends the minute we start sharing negative feelings. Because we're all happy-go-lucky people, but on the inside, we're not actually like that all the time. And that there are times where we all have moments where we question our friendship, that moments where we question whether or not we should still be friends with certain people. But at the end of the day, Shinsou made me realize that even though I have negative thoughts about my friends, that I have negative thoughts about myself, I know that by the end of the day, I would be devastated if I lost any of them. If they were all suddenly to leave me, to leave my life. So that's why I'm so desperate to tell them how I feel, but it's still scary. It's still scary to face your feelings. It's still scary to face the reality that your friends can be very toxic, and you just have to push past that fear and somehow fix it, make it better. And I guess at the end of this is kind of like advice for myself and advice to anyone, if anyone will ever see this, that you can't just let it happen. You can't let the toxicity continue. You have to put a stop to it. And so here's to hopefully putting a stop to it. But anyway, love ya, bye.